Hello again, Susanna here, Angel Intuitive and Spiritual Guidance Counselor, with some fun questions. This will be good. And I was going to say, we are almost to winter, because last week you know it's winter in Arizona when you actually get cold water out of the faucet. Now it's back to warm on the cold side. And so it's a little hot again. Excuse me. So I'm getting there. I don't want to rush it because I don't like the cold. Alrighty. So let's see here. Yes, a friend of mine saw one of the videos. Excuse me. Of course, as soon as I start this, it's like asking about questions. So she sent me a whole bunch of questions, and I finally have some time to do some. So this is fun. What do we got? Let's see, where to start. Oh, this is one of my favorites because I see this online all the time. So I think this is interesting. She says med beds and healing. You know, what can you say about that? Okay, so excuse me. Jeez. Med beds. Yes, they are real. Yes, they have been around for a long time. There has been natural healing and natural frequency healing around for ever, I will say. Now I'm going to sneeze. It just cleared everything out. Now my nose is tickling. So what I think a lot of what people are calling med beds now, not the technical term. So as far as my understanding is, the term med bed first came about from Daniel Brinkley's first book, Saved by the Light. So when Daniel Brinkley was struck by lightning and was pronounced dead and was dead for 30 minutes, while he was on the other side, he met with these beings of light that showed him these boxes that were kind of like TV screens when they would open, right? And they showed him different things that were going to come out in the future. If you haven't read that book, I suggest you do. It's absolutely brilliant. He is one of the most amazing human beings on the planet. He's like, when people get excited about meeting a celebrity, that's the way I was when I finally got to meet him. And I didn't even get a picture because my mom couldn't figure out the camera. So I didn't get a picture, but I did get a hug, and he is the greatest hugger on the planet. You feel it, you know he means it. It's unbelievable. But anyway, so one of the things that the beings of light showed him were what he referred to as med beds. So they were these tables like you would lie on, and the visual that I got as I'm reading it is like if you watch the original Star Trek, and they'd be in the hospital deck or whatever it was. You just lie down on the table, and all these this energy is healing you. So my understanding when I tuned in and asked about that, basically that's what it is. It's more like a tube. So there's like a cover. So like I want to say an incubator is the word that comes to mind, because you can see through it, and they work on frequencies and energies, healing energies that we have all around us, but we are blocked somehow from accessing it, or we've forgotten how to access it because of the hypnosis and mind control and the other frequencies that are countering it, so we're not able to see things. What I like to call like a force field. You know, we talk about the veils between the different timelines and different aspects of ourselves and what's happening, but there's also frequency like force fields that are being revealed now. So anyway, getting back to the med bed. So they have the ability to heal everything, to take you back to complete health, to regenerate organs, to regrow limbs. Yes, we can do that now, but see, we don't believe we can. Um, I read an article when I was a kid, and I've probably mentioned this before, in, I want to say India, or a country in that area, where they're more spiritually connected, and they truly believe that it's possible. And they had photographs of children that had lost their arms from the bombs that were left behind in war-torn areas, and they would just start visualizing their new arm, or knowing it's going to come back, and it would, and there'd be this little bud of a new arm coming out. It's absolutely amazing. That's a big part of why I believe what I do. So what they're calling med beds now, okay, going back, I'm rambling. Those are available. They do exist. They have been used for a long time, decades at the very least, but not for everybody, of course. However, I do have the understanding that during the 2020 lockdowns, when there were these rescue operations that were happening, for those who don't know what I'm talking about, I suggest you research that, with trafficked children in underground tunnels. And so these children that had been born there, raised there, held there, many who were born there were deformed and from not seeing sunlight and not developing properly because lack of sunlight when you're living in a dark tunnel. Yes, I know it sounds crazy if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, but there's a whole lot more that when it comes out you'll understand. Anyway, back to med beds. So it was my understanding that they were actually using the med beds for these children and the people that they were rescuing. And there were some photographs floating around the internet where you can kind of see them in the background, and I picked that stuff up right away. No one else, very few people, I will say, noticed that, but it was pretty cool. So knowing they're there, we will eventually have access to them. So my friend keeps asking me, when are they coming out? When are the med beds? When are the med beds? Well, by the time we, the people, have access to them, we the little people, by the time we have access to them, we won't need them, because we will remember our ability to heal ourselves and to heal others. We will remember how to tap into the ether and the energies and the frequencies that are around us all the time, that we can harness and ignite our regeneration process. So what they're out there pushing now, if you see something online that says that calls itself a med bed, unless it's $100, 200 tops, okay, try it. But these things that are thousands of dollars, it's not a med bed. It is a sound table, is what it is. I have one of those. It's called the Somatron. It was one of the original that had the speakers built into the table. It's like a topper for a massage table. It had the speakers built in, so you felt the frequencies, and then special music was designed for it by David Eisen. And I don't know what happened, but and they were pricey, but not crazy pricey. But they are no longer in business, and now I guess they lost the patent, maybe, I don't know. So now people are making these med beds, these frequency sound tables. So basically you plug in or connect to the internet or whatever, and which is not a good thing if you're trying to relax and heal yourself, and then you've got the EMF from the Wi-Fi coming through. Probably not very healing, just a note. But these tables hook to the internet, have the music playing that's frequency music, so you hear that, and then there's vibration on the table. And from what I understand, I haven't experienced these, but from what people have told me and what I've read looking at some of these, the table vibrates, but it's not necessarily a frequency vibration. Some of them have the music that plays through, that you feel the vibration of the music. So in a way, you're getting the frequency that way. And again, it's great for deep relaxation, which is what we need desperately, most of us, because most of us are so freaking stressed out all the time. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at things. However, back to the actual med beds, they will, I'm not sure when, because time, I don't know. it always feels like very soon. I feel like not till at least next year. But again, things will have shifted by the time they're available to the public, that most of us won't need them. They will be more for the people who are incapacitated. Again, those people that need new organs, limbs, eyes, whatever. Burn victims, their skin will regenerate faster. People will say, oh my gosh, this is a miracle, it's miraculous, for those that don't know about it. But I mean, it is, but also it's what's been around us all along. And when we realize that, people are going to be a little frustrated. But again, when we shift to who we truly are, the frustration will go away, because there will be no anger, no frustration, none of that, just joy. Okay? Legit joy. Because we will be one and connected again. So, for those of you, Carrie, wondering about the med beds, that's what we got so far. So, if they give me anything where we're going to happen sooner, so I'm thinking not sooner for the public than maybe mid-2025, hopefully. And I think they will be, I've kind of been shown that they're going to ease them out, so that it'll be like, oh yeah, they've been here all along. What do you mean you didn't know about these? Oh yeah, they've been here forever. Because they have been. But there's too much money in pharmakia and keeping us unhealthy. So, try to keep yourself as healthy as possible. There's natural ways to be healthy, and work with that. Be healthy, be happy. The happier we are, the less stressed we are, the healthier we are. So, we won't need those med beds. So have a healthy, beautiful week.